On this episode of the Botmock Best Practices series, I wanted to dig a little bit into our workflow feature that we recently added to the Botmock platform for you to be able to get a more high-level view of all your content blocks and be able to actually manage each one individually in certain roles and types that you may want to go through. To go to the workflows, as you recall, it's down here in the sidebar, and everything that you assign, it can get assigned to people. You can see your in where it goes. So if I hit edit here, I can change that as well. Let's hit edit here. You can change the status and who's assigned to, and then you can work through comments right here as well. And I just want to talk a little bit about how you can expand on top of this, because right now we give you a few simple options in a Kanban board style, so to do, in progress, and review, completed. And for example, let's say that I want to change this up a little bit. So you can't quite modify the original content blocks, but you can add new ones, and this can sort of change the dynamic a little bit of what you have available. So for example, I'm going to change, just as a recommendation, rather than just having a to-do, I would have an ideas area first. So that could be really useful. And then we'll bump up the to-do here. We'll do the next one is in progress. And then this one is, in review. So now I've adjusted the formatting of this a little bit. Ooh, there we go. And now I'm going to add a new column that will be after in review. Maybe it's something like user in testing. So if you're doing usability testing, this is a way to have manage that as well. And then maybe finally it is completed. So what we have here is a whole slew of content blocks now that are you have a whole slew of columns rather that you're able to work through with all of your content blocks that you can move around just like this. So we can go, this one's in testing, this one's in review. And this is just my suggestion for really building it out a little bit when you're trying to work with certain people. Maybe it's something, you can even go as far as doing something like, for dev team. So maybe it's like you can assign certain people to certain things that are in specifically API content blocks or something like that as well. That'd be a really good use of that, and you can have it for different teams as well. We do suggest making sure not to go too crazy with this or whatever your organization's standard is, but for the sake of focus, it's good to really keep it focused and niche and really to the use case, and then sort of expand on it as you feel needed. And of course, you can reorder them. We've made a simple way to reorder them like so. So I can move this back a little bit. I can go all the way down to, I want to have it to be in this area, right? So I'm going to save that. And now we have the dev team one here. I want the dev team to look at something. And as you recall, you can have what's assigned to you. So I have a couple right now, and I'll unassign them. And this is overall a more complete version of maybe something you might be looking for, but it definitely is something that would be worth looking into and seeing how it works into your workflow. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode, and look out for the next part of our series in best practices around the Botmock platform. Thank you very much.